Well, people here are really happy that they're getting to play their part, however small, in trying to get this country back on track. They say they are sick and tired of this political and economic crisis because they've seen things like poverty increase, joblessness increase, and their social services like health and education just crumble before their eyes. So they desperately need for this to be a free and fair election. Of course, it all depends on what happens over the next 9 hours under the watchful eye of hundreds of election observers, one of whom is with me now. This is John Stremlau from the Carter Institute. What are you going to be looking out for today?
What we normally look for is the degree of orderliness, the privacy of the ballot box, all of the kind of technical things. But I believe your introduction rightly puts the perspective on the historic importance of this election for this people. You've had a concerted, African-led peace initiative for 5 years. Now there has to be a definitive moment where the people are allowed to speak, and then there has to be respect for the process if we find it credible. The process must continue to its culmination, and the international community, including Al Jazeera, needs to follow this process of reconciliation and inclusion. You know, this is shortly after the death of Mandela. This country can emulate that spirit now and break the cycle of winner-take-all politics. So the election is the first important, critical milestone. It's been 5 years in the making, and thank God it's finally here.
How much depends on how quickly results come in, because we're in the capital, but a lot of this country is very remote, very rural.
You want to be certain that every vote is counted. It's much more important that the process be transparent, that everyone watches it to the very end, and that the candidates allow the process to run its course. They've agreed on the arrangement. Now they have to stick to it. The candidates will have their own party agents telling them what they think resulted in the voting today. They have to just keep their mouths closed and let the Senate do its work.
And just quickly, what have you made of what you've seen so far?
So far, this election has been boring. That's very, very good news. Maybe not a headline for you, but for us observers, it couldn't get any better than seeing people going about their business in an orderly way with the dignity of having their vote carefully cast and counted.
John, thank you very much for being with us. So that's a little slice of what one of the election observers has seen so far today.